Hey, good morning, everybody. We are here live on our Wednesday live. This is Kim with Rejuvenate Raw with Kim, and I'm here with Luca. Say hi, Luca.
Hi Kim, hi Laura, hi guys.
And Laura Hernandez.
Hi, Kim. Hi, Luca. Hi, everybody.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in to our Wednesday live. We've been having about 400 to 500 people watch these lives. So thank you, everybody who's taking part. And always feel free to write your comments or questions, and we'll be happy to answer them when we have the opportunity to do that. So today we are going to be talking a little bit about stress and the effect on the body. I've been writing a little bit lately about how I found out that it doesn't have to be so much perfection about the raw food diet, because we have another opportunity to heal our body. And it's through allowing our body to do what it knows how to do. Our body knows how to heal us. It is always working towards that. And it's us. We get in the way when we are worrying, when we're stressing, because what do? We're doing this, we're tightening up. And for most of us, we're not even aware that we're doing it because it's been so much a part of who we are that it's our normal. I talk to people a lot who deal with constipation. And I found out, yes, it's due to the diet, but also it's due to this. We're tightening up. And when we tighten up, then nothing flows the way it's supposed to. And not only the intestines, but our entire being. When we are tightening up, we're creating blockages in one part of our body or another. And Laura, you probably remember me having this, I had a growth in my throat on my thyroid. And it was pretty substantial. It was scary. It was hard. It was big, and it was when I was really, really sick. And guys, I was terrified. I knew what it was. I didn't need to go to the doctor. And so I remember my coach was Hilda at the time, and she told me that that was caused by my belief that, and I think Laura, you told me this too, that was caused by my belief that I couldn't express myself. So in a sense, I was tightening up that area because I felt like I had to, that I had to stop those thoughts of what I wanted to say. And then that caused abnormal growth in my thyroid. So I had to learn to relax. And I know that sounds easy, but it was a whole learning curve for me because it was not natural for me. I had spent my entire life, even as a child, being fearful, being stressed, and just worrying in general. And so Laura taught me how to meditate and how to clear my mind and quiet my mind. And I learned how to breathe correctly, because that is a big part of allowing the flow through your body so your cells can do what they're designed to do. And I know, Luca, you have a lot to say on this subject. So do you want to tell us your experience with all of this?
Yes, of course. Well, it's very interesting because there's a lot of the things in this, let's say, community, in the detox community specifically, because a lot of people are like very focused on the diet, and even if they're focused only on the diet, they are being very, very tense about it. In a sense, as you said in the beginning, a lot of people tend to go on a perfectionist mode, like, "Oh, I can't make a single mistake, I can't make a single like bump in the road. It needs to be, you know, perfect." And then when it's not, it's like a very, very stressful moment, and it's very hard to pick up from that point because of the mindset that we started with, for example. And I was like that in the beginning, but in the beginning I could actually manage the, let's say, the military approach, because I had a very big reason to actually follow it, because I was afraid that I was going to die. But after that, I went all over the place and guilt tripping myself, and when falling from the wagon, and I was very, very, very frustrated about it, and very bitter and very stressed about all of that, because a lot of people tend to have negative, let's say, beliefs about every other food because of it. So they're like, I can eat only this because I'm afraid of everything else, and that's what causes a lot of stress within the people. So they don't allow themselves to, let's say, eat anything different, even if it comes to them to eat it, because they don't think they can come back after that. They think they will become sick again, or whatever the situation is. There's a lot of these things that can very much, well, make it very stressful for people on this journey when they're focused so specifically on that, without even actually questioning why they are so stressed. For example, if they're eating only fruits, which a lot of people do, they eat only fruits, but they're very stressed when they actually do that. And so for them, for example, it might be much healthier in a sense to just eat plant-based at the time than go on all fruits if they're going to be stressful about it. Because when you're stressed, as you explained, Kim, like there are energy blockages, you're tense up and there is no flow in the body. And when we start to breathe normally, when we start to allow these things to actually flow, everything will start flowing, no matter no matter whether you're only fruit or you're plant-based or you're this or you're that. It will help you move a lot further than if you are just really, really stressed and looking at it from a very narrow angle.
And Luca, you know what I've noticed with people who eat only fruit and who are very, very strict about how they eat is they don't even realize like how tense they are about it. You know, they're like, oh no, I'm fine. And then, you know, when it comes to eating and so forth, you know, I can just sense that tightness in them, that, you know, they want to make sure they're doing the right thing and they have to do the right thing. And wait a minute, am I combining the right food with this food? And wait, I have to eat just mono meals. And am I mixing my smoothie right? You know, and you know, when I started doing that in the beginning, and luckily I was working with Laura at the time, and she was helping me to identify, you know, when I did get stressed. And I realized, oh my gosh, like you said, Luca, I was putting so much tension, you know, into my body that I was better off, you know, fixing a salad or whatever it is that, you know, made me feel happy. Of course, I did raw and I did it the best I could, but yet I wanted to still be happy with and to feel good about what I was eating. And Laura, do you want to talk about what happens in our body when we are stressed about what we're eating?
Okay, well, if you are stressed about what you're eating, you're going to trigger your stress response, and the stress response in the body involves the creation of chemicals that are going to favor stress. And meaning favor stress is, if I am feeling stressed, it's because I'm going to die. Okay, that's the fight or flight response. So if I'm going to die, I have to prepare my body for that. So I have to escape. So I have to run, fight, or hide. So the hormones that are going to produce, are being produced by this response, are going to be in charge of creating this body to respond to this adversity. And that's fine if sometimes you are being chased by a lion. Okay, I'm just going to save your life, but not if you live with a lion and you are feeling stressed by your partner, your dog, your kids, because that's a continued response from the body, and the body cannot keep up with that. And then a whole bunch of disorders starts coming up because of stress. So the chemistry in the body is produced by what you feel. What you feel is stress, you're going to be supported by that chemistry, but you really don't need that. Okay, make sense?
Absolutely. And I've heard Dr. Joe Dispenza say that if you are feeling stressed when you eat, you can eat the most beautiful organic food. And when you eat it, it turns to toxic mush in your body. So,
well, you're being chased by a lion, so it's no time to digest.
Exactly.
You're being chased by a lion. It's not time to create nutrients or absorb nutrients. So that's why.
Laura, how would you suggest that someone start to tap into the fact that maybe they are operating on fight or flight and they don't even realize it? Because I know I didn't realize it. It was just part of who I was.
Well, if you have a disorder going on, you are running that. If you are feeling uncomfortable, you are running that. If you are feeling unpleasant emotions, you are running that. So it's very easy to know because you feel it.
Because it's really just becoming aware, right? And
it's becoming aware.
Yeah. And to become aware, we just have to start to kind of tap into our thoughts and really feel when we're starting to feel uncomfortable. So it's really just building that awareness. All right, guys, I think our time is about up. Luca, do you have any parting comments on this subject?
Well, yes. I'm like working a lot on those aspects in my whole life, because I had a very like pretty much an eating disorder in a sense of the relationship that I had with food since childhood. So it's very important, like for example, if I'm stressed and I can't calm myself down in that moment, then I rather not eat than eat because it's time to eat. But you will know when it's time to eat and you will know when it's time not to eat, but you just need to listen, actually listen to the cues, to your body's cues, and you will know that when you're actually stressed, that's the last time that you actually want to eat. But we live in a world where it's like it's normal to be stressed all the time, and imagine how many of us were living like that for decades, 24/7 in stress and eating like that, and not absorbing almost like a very small percentage because we were eating in stress. And look at where we still are, because our bodies are amazing, and just because of that, otherwise we would all be like on the cemetery right now. But imagine what you can do if you actually started doing things differently. Just imagine that. And because the power goes in all ways, our own power, and don't let that anything external take that away from you, and start focusing on you and your body and how you do things in your daily life.
That is so true, Luca. I often look back and think, how did I stay alive all those years? It's amazing what the body will do to keep us alive. All right. Well, thank you, Luca. Thank you, Laura, for all the great wisdom you guys shared this week. And we will be back next week. So if you guys have any specific topics you would like us to discuss on our Wednesday Live, please feel free to post them under this video. All right. We will see you next week. Bye,
See you.
everybody.